Hi Tubes, thanks for tuning in. I went out to Harbor Freight and picked up this 3-gallon 100 PSI air compressor for, it was on sale and I had a coupon and it brought it down to $39.99. So 40 bucks. And I wanted to do a little review of this thing. I wanted to run a grease gun off of this compressor, well, using this compressor, and it uses about 4 times the amount of air that this compressor supposedly puts out, and that was the main reason that I wanted to buy it. The item number is 95275. The reason I picked this air compressor over any of the other ones that they sell is because I had a coupon for it and it was on sale. The box, you can see they're 3-gallon oilless, 100 PSI max, 3rd running horsepower. It puts out 0.6 CFM at 90 PSI and 1 CFM at 40 PSI. I'll turn the box around here. It is 87 decibels, and that is correct to about 5 feet away. Up close, it's up towards about 95 to 100, around there. It is 120 volts. It's perfect for inflating, light woodworking, and heavy nailing. So it doesn't say on there that I could use a grease gun, but I would imagine that the grease gun uses way more than what the compressor puts out, which is true, and I think it would fall in under this area, the not recommended. Here's just the other side of the box. So my first impressions of this are good. It came to me with the quick coupler already put on. I did do the break-in period, which they say to run it for a half hour without any load, so stick an adapter in this one to just let the air come out, and then open up the valve at the bottom and let the air out and let it run for a half hour solid. It's nice it has this little compartment up here. I can put anything I want to, any adapters or whatnot. There's your reset switch and your on-off. It's got a pretty darn nice cord wrap, and you've got probably a 5-foot cord, 4.5 to 5 foot. Some directions there. And there's your drain valve, like I said. What's really nice about this, it's got like a wing nut on the side, so it's real easy to grab and get a hold of. The welds look decent. You know, they're not a bad weld. I mean, it's not perfect. It does have nice feet, nice rubber feet, so the compressor doesn't spin or turn or anything like that when you're using it. There's a nice grab handle on the top. Here's your regulator to regulate the pressure in the line coming out. This is your tank pressure. This is your regulated pressure. Obviously, it goes up to 100. What's kind of nice is some tools don't allow the user to use them above a certain PSI, and for most tools 100 PSI is perfect, so I don't even have to worry about regulating the pressure. So all I do is I just leave it like that and just let it go the whole way up to 100. This compressor weighs, let's get my scale turned on here. So it weighs 16 pounds, 13 ounces, empty. So you can see there's no air in it. And for me, that's pretty light for a little light-duty air compressor. It's not bad. I would probably buy it again if I had to. The decibels, like I said, up close or in the mid to high 90s, and about 5 feet away it is 87, like they do say. This thing takes about 4 to 5 minutes to fill up. I know that's quite a while for a little 3-gallon air compressor, but again, it's only putting out 6 CFM at 90 and 1 CFM at 40, so it's not, doesn't have a big motor, and it doesn't have a whole lot of power behind it. What I like is I can run that grease gun, and the grease gun takes, it's 4 CFM that it needs to run it. And this thing, like I said, puts out only 1 at CFM at 40 and 0.6 at 90. So I get about anywhere from 14 to 20 squirts of grease before the compressor kicks back on again. And as I said before, from it going from 0 to 100, it takes about 4.5 minutes, 4 to 5, around there. And let me turn this on for you. It's going to get a little loud. So there you can kind of see how loud this compressor really is. It is not a bad buy for $40. Like I said, I probably would buy it again. I did leave this aired up at 100 PSI overnight just to see if it was losing any air, and it lost a couple PSI. Now, for me, that's not really a big issue. I did go through the whole thing, so I pulled off the handle first, I pulled off this top cover, and I think you can see it here. I Teflon taped all the fittings. There's a metal, aluminum, I think it's aluminum, I don't exactly know, but it's a hose that comes from the motor, to the tank, and then I undid all the valves, and I did that hose fittings. There's a couple in there, and I did this one. This is your relief valve. So, but that's my little review of the Harbor Freight 3-gallon, 100 PSI max air compressor. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.